to go.
Hello, and welcome to the After Bedtime Podcast. I am your host, HP Burrito. And it's been a while since we've had a podcast up, and that's because I've had a lot of natural disasters in real life. I've had an ice storm hit my state, so we lost power, we lost cable internet, and I'm actually recording this while I have no internet. Obviously, I have power since I'm able to do recordings. Anyway, today's topic on the After Bedtime Podcast is, are giants Bigfoot? So, okay, what I mean by that is, we have evidence all around the world of giants on this planet existing. We have recordings in it, in stories, mythologies, even in the Bible talks about giants. And we've had bones that have been found and documented, and then have also been confiscated by certain museums. We're not going to say any names, but they've been confiscated and stored and warehoused and kept away from the regular public knowledge. Why they're keeping this knowledge away from us, I don't know. Again, not on topic, but sort of related to what we're talking about today, okay, with giants. All right, but what I mean by giants are Bigfoots are, what if giants on this planet used to exist prehistory, pre-recorded history, okay, and they actually have descendants now, but what we see as descendants of giants are actually the Bigfoot encounters that we get on a regular basis, okay? Now, we've had Bigfoot reports all throughout the country, all around the world, actually. You know what I'm saying? Almost every state has its own mythological creature that's sort of related to Bigfoot. We have the swamp man thing down in the the Florida, Louisiana area, the swamp area. We have Bigfoot in the Northwest. Everybody has their own. Mothman, the Yeti, which actually the Yeti has been found to be an actual animal, to be some kind of a weird hybrid bear. But again, that's not today's podcast topic. Okay, but again, my thing is this. Okay, I've been watching these videos, and they talk about how we have giants everywhere, and I've been doing a lot of research here about giants in the past, and I'm thinking, they're saying the giants back in the day were from like 7 foot to 12 feet tall. These people are huge, okay? These giants are big, and we also have similar reports of Bigfoot being about 7 to 12 feet tall, depending on, whose reports you get. So, I mean, right there, we have a similarity. Now, are we saying that they're the same thing? I don't know, okay? Another proof of example, I should say, of proof of giants existing prehistory is, again, in the mythologies that we do have as a peoples. And I don't just mean the stories that we have here about Bigfoot in America or the Yeti over in Asia, but we have indigenous people from all around the world. So, especially, but I'm particularly sticking with North America because that's where I live in. It's North America, and the Indians here, the Native Americans, they have all kinds of stories about battles of giants and just. It's just insane, it's crazy how we have these stories in past about how we were fighting giants. And how do we not know that we weren't living alongside giant people, back in the day? Okay, so here is my story, okay? We're going to get to my story after a quick break with the news, all right? We'll be right back, guys, with the After Bedtime Podcast. Give me one moment, we'll be right back. In gaming Minecraft news, I made a farm. Well, I got a bunch of wheat. And that's pretty much all I got. Oh, I also got this cow. Back to you. And welcome back to the After Bedtime Podcast. That was a great news break. Anyways, back to the story here. Okay, I'm going to break down the timeline of my hypothesis here, my little theory. I'm going to break down the timeline of what I think happened on this planet. Again, this is just my theories, my thoughts. As always, I encourage comments below. Let me know what you guys think about it, if you think I'm full of crap, or if you agree with me, or if you're in between or something, or maybe you have an idea that I haven't thought of. Again, which is why we do the podcast, so we can have that conversation and discuss this as grown adults, and just expand our minds just for a little bit of thinking. Anyway, back to my theory. All right. Thousands of years ago, we'll say 20,000 years ago, we had a wide range of creatures on this planet. We had the giants, we had man, we had dinosaurs, we had other animals and beasts. We have all these different things coinciding and living together, probably at different stages of technology. Because I do believe that the giants, being as big as they are, with a bigger brain, just by sheer mass and size, that they were smarter than us and they were advanced. And this giant society, or as the Bible might have called them, the Nephilim, they had a world society. We'll call it Atlantis, for example. Okay, so they had this Atlantic society, and they built gigantic walls all around the world. They built pyramids all around the world with their technology that we cannot replicate to this day. Now, what these pyramids are, we don't know. Maybe they're machines for energy. Maybe there was maybe they had a technology that they were able to harness a type of fusion or fission in these pyramids and generated power and electricity for everybody that was there. And then, again, so they're doing their thing. Then you have this lower species, a pretty much a miniature version of these giants that are human beings, that are us, our ancestors, okay? And we lived coinciding with these giants, trying to live at peace, but they saw us as a lower life form because, their advanced technologies, and we were just playing with stones and sticks at the time. So they saw us as a lower life form, so they didn't really care for us. So that's why we always fought with these giants. It's because they saw us as a lower life form, and we were just trying to survive for ourselves, okay? Well, about 12,500 years ago, around that time, let's say something happened on this planet. So an asteroid came and it impacted the planet and created a extinction level event, okay, an ELE, okay? Now, when this ELE happened, the giants, being advanced, saw it coming. They bounced, okay? They left on their spaceships or whatever they had, or they went underground, and maybe some did go underground. The humans, we survived just because of our tenacity, as we are. We probably went underground, also, following our animal instincts. Because when we see it today, when something's about to happen, an earthquake or whatever, the animals get a vibe and they act weird on it. And maybe back then we were more animalistic, so we had that instinct, that survival instinct to go underground when we hear it. Some people still have that to this day. That's not like anything that's expired. Some people do have that instinct to survive. That survival instinct is natural, and it kicks in for people, instantaneously. But anyway, so the giants left. We stayed. The explosion happened. Everything went to haywire. Happened. It's all said and done. And then, as time goes on, we repopulate the earth with more humans because the giants aren't there. The ones that did stay, again, there's where we get to the stories of the Native Americans in America, where we battled it out, killed them all, were victorious against the giants, and now we survived. And what's left of the giants now is a creature that is so elusive that we don't really even have proof that it exists to this day, other than hearsay and some grainy footage that's been documented throughout time. And we still get pictures to this day, but we don't have really good pictures. And again, how quick can you get a picture of something when by the time you pull it out and it's running, you've missed it. We know, for example, cheetahs and lions and jaguars, they exist. But when you go into a jungle, you may never see one, but they're going to see you. That's for sure. And so we know that animals can survive without being seen. That's not nothing new. But anyway, am I right? I don't know. Probably not. I'm not going to lie. But it's an interesting thought. And I don't know. Again, I want to know what you guys think about this. Again, this is why we do the podcast. I babble on for, 10 minutes about what I think. And then I anticipate what the comments say. So that way we can have a really good discussion down there. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time after bedtime.